I'm from another place. Oh, yeah. I'm from another place. Another place. How long it would be, yeah. Another place. How long it will be. How long it will be. They trying to keep control of me. Just let me be me. Just let me be me. They said this was democracy. I'm from another place. Another place. They don't understand me. They don't understand me. I'm from another place. Another place. Trouble keep on finding me. Keep on finding me. As I look through the window, I'm frozen in time, contemplating this life of mine. I'm faced with two choices, but where do I go from here? Should I take matters in my hands? When it's a good time to take a stand? For centuries admitting we've been traumatized, forced to live this double life. We've been Hellenized. Slowly this ship is sinking. The ship is sinking. And her pride is full, but she's still thirsty. Yeah. For the blood of the saints. And finds herself not guilty. Not guilty. She's protected by her laws and policies. She drinks the blood of the saints. How long it will be? How long? They trying to keep control of me. They will never just let me be me. I'm an Israelite. They said this was democracy. They will never ever. I'm from another place. Jerusalem. They don't understand me. They will never understand. I'm from another place. Trouble keep on finding me. Keep on finding me.
How could I pledge allegiance to a flag that isn't for me? Should I overlook all of these atrocities before me? Like black coats, sucked our people into jail cells like black holes. Or black bodies hanging that strange fruit on those southern back roads. They try to get control of me, try to get a hold of me. Push agendas through entertainment and hope is molding me. Ever since the Genesis, they've been about a genocide. Everything we do that's great, they would try to minimize. I wanna change something more prevalent than a wardrobe. While people are eager for every chance to sell more souls, I don't cling to their platforms, I try to break the monotony. Don't care if I ain't associated with bread like poppy seeds. I don't belong here, ancestors were done wrong here. Physical and mental change, no way that I can roam here. But they say when in Rome, you do what the Romans do. But I'm a Hebrew, no, I do not subscribe to that point of view. Nope.
Give me a minute so I can swallow the truth. If I can swallow the truth, swallow the truth. It's bitter in my stomach, but it tastes so sweet. Yeah. We all gon' face Yahuwah someday. Terrible, it will be on that judgment day. But still we battle every day. In this place, in this place. How long it will be? How long it will be? They trying to keep control of me. Just let me be me. I'm an Israelite. They said this was democracy. It's an epic thing. I'm from another place. Jerusalem. They don't understand me. They won't ever understand. I'm from another place. Jerusalem. Trouble keep on finding me. Finding me. It's a perpetual hatred. It's in their nature. Why, oh, why do the heathen rage against the Most High chosen?
Hello, family. Shalom. Yeah, I don't know. I was just, y'all pretty much familiar with that Michael Orr situation. See, these people always got their hands in our business. Always, some kind of way. But let me get into it. Let me dig right on in. If y'all having sound checks, y'all let me know. I'm gonna get that straightened out. We supposed to forget all this stuff. We supposed to forget all this stuff going on, y'all. We do a sign check. Yeah, you gotta be a good slave. All right, let me see. All right, let me hit this play button. Now this here's the song. All right.
Of time, I'm surprised that it happened the way it did.
Sean Tuohy and his son SJ, whom he shares with his wife Leanne, speak out after Michael Orr filed a lawsuit against them.
You protect his blind side. When you look at him, you think of me.
On Monday, Sean Tuohy Jr., who goes by SJ, opened up to Barstool Sports, saying this lawsuit was a long time coming.
I think when he stopped playing and everything kind of settled down, I think it built up over time for him.
Michael and the Tuohy family inspired the 2009 film The Blind Side after they took in the football star when he was young.
I'm a proud mother, obviously. I think I birthed him.
I want.
Okay. That guy is their son, but anyway, I just want to give y'all a feel for it. I got some more stuff. All right.
Do whatever you want.
Now they claim that they don't need this money. Let me while it's coming to my head. They claim they don't. Well, then why did you take it? If you don't need this money, then why did you take it? I'm asking questions. If y'all rich and whatever, why you got to take him? Y'all do know he got a wife and kids. Okay? But I got another video going. They gonna dig a little deeper. Hold on.
It's your decision, Michael. It's your life.
The couple was played by Tim McGraw and Sandra Bullock, who won an Academy Award for her role.
I love stories about passion and love, love of country, love of people, love of sport. It makes a good film.
I think that Sandra did a great job portraying me. And
This is her. Okay, in case y'all don't know.
According to the 14-page filing, Michael's legal team claims he was manipulated into making the Tuohys his conservators less than 3 months after he turned 18 in 2004, a legal term the public's well-versed in thanks to Britney Spears.
Okay, 2004. Well, I wonder what year did he start Ole Miss? He had 12 brothers and sisters. Okay. I'm trying to see what year did he start for Ole Miss. (2004). I'm going down a rabbit hole, y'all. What else is new? Thinking he'd been about 18, wasn't he? What I'm getting at, when they figured out he was going somewhere, that's what it looked like. Now I don't know these folks personally. Okay, 2000. Here you go. 86, 96 is 10. 2006 is 20. So back that up. Hey, yeah, he was about when they realized he was going somewhere. Look here. So it's suspicious. I'm looking at the timing of it.
Her 13-year conservatorship ended back in 2021.
What does she want to do once this conservatorship ends?
For the first time in about 13 years, that decision thing.
In the lawsuit, Michael claims he only learned in February that the documents he was asked to sign by the Tuohys under the belief that it was part of the adoption process were actually conservatorship papers that would strip away his legal rights.
If he said he learned that in February, I find that hard to believe. I went back to my text back in 2020, 2021 that they were like, if you guys give me this much, then
Yeah, how about y'all put y'all text messages up? Hey, Mike, I know this part of somebody tell Mike to subpoena all that stuff, text messages and all that. Yeah, get all that. Because if they had it, why ain't they showing it? See, I don't take their word for nothing because pretty much when they open their mouth and their lips are moving, some lies is falling out somewhere. some half-truths, some manipulation. Not all of them, but I don't take their word. That's why I go out my way to try to show y'all what I'm saying. And if it's wrong, I always say, let me know, and I'll correct it. Yeah, go and put some text messages out there. And even so, y'all making millions of dollars off of somebody else's image. Think about that one. And y'all stick around. I'm going to get into the NCAA, how they making billions of dollars off of predominantly black folks and the black students. I'm talking about college, can't get no money. It's like this. If I can't make money off of my work, then why is white folks making money off of my work? I need it more than y'all do. I ain't got but 2 pieces of bread in the refrigerator, but I can't make no money. But folks that got millions of dollars, folks that got money, they making money off of us. See, when I see stuff like this, and I know the history, it just come together like a sandwich.
The public with things. I think everyone learned in the past year about the conservatorship stuff because of Britney Spears, so maybe that's the case.
Like Britney, Michael believes he lost money as a result of the conservatorship, alleging the family earned millions of dollars in royalties from the movie that he never received. And they continue to.
Now, they treated him like a son now. Notice they said like. They didn't say they treated him as. They treated him like a son. Whatever that means. Okay. Now, when he signed that thing, they got access to his money. But if he was a son, why ain't he got access to their money? Think about that. That's a one-way. That's a one-way. That's a predatory relationship. I'm gonna call tech. Call tech on that. Now, if he was a son, then why ain't he got access to y'all money? Y'all got access to his money. Think about it, family.
Profit off his story. But SJ denies all that, claiming he's made just $60,000 to $70,000 over the course of the last 4 or 5 years. And in an interview with the Daily Memphian,
it don't matter what he made. If they hadn't manipulated him, he could have negotiated more money. It don't matter what they made. It's not yours. See, that's the problem with these folks. They run around here like they own the place. The Most High got all kind of signs and wonders in place to let them know that they don't own the place. The Son is one of them. Why the Son trying to get rid of you? Huh? Why the Son make you age like a banana? Why are y'all having trouble reproducing? These are warning signs, telltale signs that the earth wasn't made for y'all to control it. Look out in nature. You got a bunch of melanated, let's say you got a melanated raccoon. Every so often you'll have a white raccoon that come from the melanated raccoon. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a crocodile. I don't care if it's a darn horse. I don't care whatever it is. I don't care if it's a gorilla. The white comes from the melanated. It's a minority. And they are a global minority. That's why they got to recruit people. That's why they got to add in the Afghans. They got to add in the Latinos. They got to add in all these folks to boost up their numbers to justify stealing all the taxpayer dollars and funneling it into their schools. Funneling it wherever they want to do it. Funneling it into volleyball. Shout out, Brett Favre.
SJ's dad says the family is devastated and adds that the allegations are upsetting, but they are going to love Michael at 37.
They love the hell out of him, didn't they? They loved him so much. They loved him so much they had their hands in his pocket. Boy, hey. If they love that, hey, just give me the straight hate. I'll take the hate. At least I know what it is. That ain't no love. I wonder if they stealing their kids' money then. Think about it. If they breaking their kids off bread that came from his likeness and image in a movie, but they treated him like a son, not as. Like a son. They didn't treat him as they treated their own. Huh? I want y'all to see this stuff.
Just like they loved him at 16.
And another thing, he was complaining about that movie from the get-go. He was saying he was getting up and work. He was working hard. But he said, but the movie made it look like he's dumb and slow, and he didn't do nothing. They had to do the thinking for him. So he been complaining about that movie for years.
There was an agenda. He had a need. You know, we recognized it.
Now Michael is asking the court to end his conservatorship and bar the family from using his name.
Okay. If they didn't have ill intentions, that conservatorship means they can get money off of it. Why he got to ask them to so he can make money off himself? If they loved him, if he was a part of the family, why he got to? You shouldn't have to ask if your intention was good from the start. If you got money, why you need his?
And likeness.
When you worked as hard as I did, man, to have the credit go to somebody else, it rubs me the wrong way, you know?
Some people online are pointing out the timing of the lawsuit, claiming it was tied to the release of his.
It don't matter what time it is. He do it when he want to do it. See, that's what I'm talking about when white folks, they want to tell you, when you should mourn. They want to tell us when we should protest about the knee on our necks. They want to tell us when to be upset. That's what I'm talking about. That's why it's hard for me to talk. I don't do too much talking. When I see that in them, I ain't really got nothing to say to them. I don't. Because I see what it is. I know what it is. Talking ain't going to do nothing. You'll get more results with these when you're dealing with certain people.
When your back's against the wall, fame, football, and lessons learned through a lifetime of adversity.
Truthfully, I read the book. I was a purchaser of the book. I supported it. There's good truth in there. I don't know, coincidence or not. I mean, it seems obviously tough timing.
But SJ says he still considers Michael his brother.
There's not going to be any legal dossier or thing that happens.
They consider him his brother, right? But they getting cut. They getting broke off of his money, off of his image, and he said he ain't got nothing. Even if he did, if his image and his story is making the money, how are they getting some of it? If they don't need money, then why are they worried about it? I'm telling you, hey.
Go like, screw that guy. It's not the case. I understand the anger, and I hope that it'll play out. There's nothing to hide, which makes it easier. But it's going to stink publicly, and a lot of people are going to have opinions on it.
All right. Let me read something. Let me see here. Okay, I just looked that up. Yeah, he had 12 brothers and sisters. Now, he had 12 brothers and sisters. His mother was, from what I understand, was addicted to crack. Don't forget. Never forget. They want to tell you to get over it. Never forget. The CIA put the crack in the streets in the first place. They flow the drugs in here. They dump the drugs in our neighborhoods. Never forget. Heathens can go to hell. Let me see here. Now, this video, this guy's like an attorney. It just popped up in my feed this morning. About 3 a.m. About 3 a.m. this morning. But yeah.
You guys remember that film, The Blind Side, starring Sandra Bullock? We'll talk about A Blind Side. The football player from that story, Michael Orr, is alleging that the family that adopted him actually put him into a conservatorship and denied him film payments. We got to break this down, and we brought in Christopher Melcher to do so.
I looked that name up, Christopher Melcher. And yeah, this is kind of, he's like a lawyer. I never heard of him. Well, I don't really be into that stuff like that. And I didn't really understand what a conservatorship was, because I can understand him not knowing. I had to read up on it. I don't, man, see, that's white folks stuff. I don't know what a conservatorship. I had to read up on that. Okay? Where is he at? I'm looking for his name. What is this? Okay, family divorce lawyer. Let me see, can I get some image? But yeah, this is what he do. All right, I just want, hey, I'm gonna show you what I'm working with over here. But yeah,
Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and this story was breaking yesterday. We've now gotten a response from the family, and now we have Christopher Melcher to break it all down. Welcome to the show, Chris. Good to have you. How you doing?
Well, it's great to be here. It's just, another conservatorship abuse story. It's, just absolutely heartbreaking.
right out the rip, abuse. He's a lawyer. Hey, it's abuse.
And disgusting
But they love him.
to be going through.
Yeah, so just a quick summary before we get to his insight here. If you missed it, this is the film The Blind Side way back, which Sandra Bullock got an Academy Award for. A film that a lot of people liked. Some people always thought there was something weird to the film, the white saviorness of the film, what have you. But Michael Oher has always said, since the film's release, that it wasn't really that accurate of a story. And he was always frustrated that the family took all the credit and that he didn't get any credit for some of the things that he pulled himself out of. While he was grateful for the film's experience and the family, he always felt like he was actually looked at in different ways. In fact, he says his NFL career was also hurt by the film because the film portrayed him as this sort of slower individual, which he wasn't.
Now, I haven't really checked behind what he said, but think about it though. If the movie portray you as slow, you do know that these people that don't want to pay all them millions of dollars, they're gonna try to hold back and not pay you. After all, you slow. So I can believe that.
He has been a critic of this film, but this is the first time now we're hearing that he's alleged not only did they deny him profits from the film and that the family and the other children in his family did reap the profits, but they actually put him into a conservatorship, which locked him out of a lot of certain rights. Now, we also have the family's response, which we'll get to in a second. They are saying that Michael's allegations are insulting. But before we get to their response, Christopher, I know you've seen and read this full statement that's now out there around. Can you sort of break down the things that you're seeing here and why this is cause for concern?
Sure. So yesterday, August 14th, Michael Oher filed in Tennessee court a petition regarding this conservatorship. And what he's alleging in here is that when he turned 18 in 2004, he had already been taken in to the Oher's household, but now he's an adult. And
I think they misspeaking about his name. Their name is Tuohy. But anyway, spit out the bones.
They're told him, according to Michael Oher's allegations, that they wanted to adopt him and make them part of the family. And so they had this attorney that they was treated as part of the family. They called her Aunt Debbie, come in and give papers to Michael Oher, again, as an 18-year-old, to saying, hey, we're going to adopt.
Who is this Debbie lady? Anybody know that woman named Debbie? I was in Memphis today. Anybody know Debbie? I'm just thinking about it. They're getting I'm wondering how close is that lawyer, or should I say liar? I call lawyers liars. How close are they to this family? And I wonder the reason why he can't get paid, because maybe the lawyer is getting some money. I don't know, but I go to thinking.
And presented the papers as such, and he signed them. Well, now later on realized that they were not adoption papers; they were conservatorship.
How many black folks have seen adoption papers? See, that's why, I heard this when I was out here in the streets. They always talking about we are ignorant of the law. And that's why they do all this stuff. But we learn it. We learning now. We tired. See, yeah, that's why they do all this stuff. All violating of stuff in court. They did stuff, they did dirty stuff to me. But for some reason, the Most High had me zoned out. Because if I picked up on what they were doing, I'd probably been still in prison. But anyway, Yeah, the doggone Klan cop was picking the jury. My relatives in the back saw it, but I was zoned out for some reason. But anyway.
Papers. And those papers were agreeing by Michael Orr as an 18-year-old adult to place himself under a conservatorship, making the Orrs the conservators, meaning these people who would now hold all of this power over his life, and Aunt Debbie being the attorney for Michael, for the Orrs, and for Michael's mother, representing all four, which is an obvious conflict of interest. In the petition for
So these Europeans, I just realized what he said. These Europeans got their lawyer. Their lawyer. That woman is their lawyer. They're supposed to have their own representation. They're supposed, him and his mother, supposed to have their own legal representation. You see that? Why ain't this lawyer that drew up this paperwork just barred? Maybe she has been. I just caught what he said. He said a conflict of interest. So their lawyer drew up the paperwork and was acting as if she was working. Was acting like she was his attorney. See that him and his mother supposed to have representation too, but see that's how you know these folks. These folks ain't nothing but devils.
Representing all four, which is an obvious to saying, hey, we're going to adopt you, and presented the papers as such, and he signed them. Well, now later on realized that they were not adoption papers, they were conservatorship papers. And those papers were agreeing by Michael Orr as an 18-year-old adult to place himself under a conservatorship, making the Orrs the conservators, meaning these people who would now hold all of this power over his life, and Aunt Debbie being the attorney for Michael, for the Orrs, and for Michael's mother, representing all four, which is an obvious conflict of interest. In the petition for...
So how did the judge sign off on this? Remember, they just had a mistrial in Mississippi, right here, yesterday. All the shady stuff. They just had a mistrial. 2 white supremacist devils were shooting at this brother, and they just had a mistrial. So how did the judge see? Now, see, the most he blessed me with a gift. I didn't catch it this morning. Maybe I was just waking up. The more I watch stuff, I pick up on it. So you got them, the 2 so-called adopted parents. You got their attorney and the judge. That's 4 white folks right there.
Conservatorship that they had him sign, the Orrs said that Michael should be precluded, meaning prohibited, from having the capacity to enter into any contracts or making any medical decisions, and all those powers to contract or make medical decisions would then be held.
Did y'all catch that, family? These folks was robbing him from the go. If this, as he said, if this went down as he say, them folks was robbing him from the door. They want to block him from making money from the get-go. He's an attorney, so he know what to look for. Let me play it back. I'm going to try to let it play. And then I'm going to get into the NCAA. All right, so I don't play the video straight through. Hold on.
Representing all four, which is an obvious conflict of interest. In the petition for conservatorship that they had him sign, the Orrs said that Michael should be precluded, meaning prohibited, from having the capacity to enter into any contracts or making any medical decisions, and all those powers to contract or make medical decisions would then be held by the Orrs. There's no reason.
Okay, now in order for them to make a movie about Michael Orr, there had to be contracts signed. Y'all understand that? Okay, yep. I wonder how did the NFL thing work out, but okay.
For such a contract or I'm sorry, such a conservatorship to exist over him, Michael Orr has said that he's never been diagnosed with a physical or psychological disability. And for a conservatorship to exist over an adult, you're taking away civil rights of one person and putting it into the hands of another adult. There has to be a showing that this person lacks the ability to care for themselves or to resist fraud or undue influence. And so certainly there are some people who have that level of problem in their life and they need another adult to come in there and protect them. This was absolutely not indicated at all. The Orrs in their response admit that there was no medical need for this conservatorship. They have this other excuse that we'll get into, but this was highly abusive, tricked this guy into doing it, and then going and entering into contracts in his name with Aunt Debbie being the lawyer for that film contract. And now Michael Orr is saying, what happened to my money?
All right, let me go somewhere else right quick. Let me see what I got up here. Guess I'll close that out. Let me read this other stuff I got. Don't y'all forget Brett. Don't forget Brett now. He's an athlete. He's stealing from poor black folks too. Don't forget that. But they always want to talk about we need to pull ourselves up by the blue strap. The whole time they stealing the boots, the strap, the soles, the socks. They stealing everything. If you don't watch it, they'll steal your legs. All right. Let me see if I can find a short video. Yeah, we're gonna keep Brett's name in the mud. I mean, well, he got it in the mud anyway. This ain't it. He trying to sue folks because they reporting the news on it. But all right. Let me read the article. Hold on. Mississippi Supreme Court rejects Brett Favre's request to remove him from welfare fraud case. Moving forward. This man got it. See, he ain't even been charged. He ain't been locked up. And he helped steal millions of dollars from poor black folks. Okay? I just put that in there so y'all don't forget. You want to read that? There it is, right there. They go with there. That title. What I just typed in. I just typed in Brett. Since the news is so, just scroll up. All right, now let me read. Now let me go to the NCAA. Hold on. Now, Mike got his own family. You know, Mike got his own family. He worked. That's what a man's supposed to do, provide for a family, right? He's supposed to provide for a family. But these Europeans got Mike providing for their family. Just like slavery. Y'all, that was so long ago. Y'all still on that. Meanwhile, they celebrating July 4th. They having Civil War reenactments. They celebrating Thanksgiving. You know, where they had a meal feast because they done killed off. They won a war against the natives. They celebrating that. But us, we supposed to let that go. And we still on it. And y'all forget that. They have World War I, World War II memorials, D-Day, all the wars. They have all kinds of memorials. We still at war. I'm wise enough to know we at war. We've been at war. I know predominantly who my enemies are. It's white folks. That's who it is. That's what history tells me, and that's what the Bible shows me. It's white folks. That's who it is. Now what? Yeah, you ain't doing nothing about it. I don't see y'all in these white folks, in these chat rooms, and these white folks telling them they being divisive. They shouldn't be plotting on killing black folks. I don't see y'all over there. I treat it just like America treated Japan. They treated men, women, children, dogs, rats, and roaches all as one and bombed everything. So I'm treating all y'all the same. Unless I know better. I got something for y'all right here. Hold on. Some people think that's harsh. No, I just ain't playing with them. Folks don't love us. They ain't playing with us. They done, how many more times they got to show us that they hate us? How many more times they got to do stuff to kill us before we realize they at war with us? How many more times? Do I supposed to go through all these white folks? Majority of them hate us, looking for that one good one. You Negroes is crazy. If y'all thinking like that. No, hold on. Let me find that video. That's the same interview. Let me find it. All right, then. Y'all go ahead on there. Y'all find the good white people, okay? I'm gonna let y'all go find the good white folks. Is that what you want to do? Y'all go ahead. Don't ask me for no help. Because I'm gonna say you knew there was a bunch of snakes when you went in there. You knew you went in the snake den. Go ahead. Don't ask me to help you. Right. Now, look at this. They making billions of dollars off of athletes. I believe everybody should be paid. But who is this going to help the most? It's going to help us the most. It's going to help us the most. So, how can you railroad people if they can afford lawyers? Now, then the people can afford attorneys and fight them bogus charges. You could get together and pull people out of poverty. Shout out Black Panthers. They don't want that. That's why they come in with the drugs. They don't want us with money getting together, taking care of our own people. That's why they burned down the town, stole the money out of the bank, stole the land. Land produces wealth. That's why Joe Biden will bring all these immigrants over here and take money out of our pockets and give it to the immigrants. They take money from us to give the people from another land. You ain't gonna find nowhere else, no country on earth, where you can go and they're gonna give you a place to stay, they're gonna feed you, and they're gonna give you money, and they're gonna make sure you get a job over their citizens. You ain't gonna find it. But I'm supposed to be looking for the one or two good white folks. The Most High, He'll let me know. He'll tell me. If I need to see him, if I need to know him, I know. But I'm not going looking for you. I'm looking for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's who I'm looking for. The same as the Messiah. All right, let me get into this. Now, I only read a little bit of this. American college sports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's a slave industry. People say, how is it a slave industry? These athletes, I don't care male or female, they get up and they go to work, and they work produces billions for these white-owned schools. Slavery. That's what it is. Get up, go to work, sacrifice time out of your life to make them money. You can't hear nothing. Uh-oh. Let me see, they done cut me off. Hold on. What was I just showing? How far back was the volume out? I got another trick up my sleeve. How far back was it? Wasn't too long ago. About a couple minutes. They probably messed with the volume because there wasn't no video playing. Wasn't no video. Oh, you talking about Muhammad Ali. I got you now. I know what it was. I know what it was. Y'all remember that Muhammad Ali, 10,000 rattlesnakes come down through there? Yeah, the Muhammad Ali video. He said if 10,000 rattlesnakes was coming at it, and inside that 10,000 rattlesnakes, 1,000 of the snakes was good, and he knew they good. He said, should he wait and see if the 1,000 gonna get together and form a shield away from the other 9,000, or should he just close the door and stay away from all snakes? That's how you treat these white folks and anybody else. That's how you treat these people that's talking sideways. You ain't gotta say nothing to them. They don't need to argue with them. They go to talking like a raccoon, just back up. Some people ain't ready for information right now. Some people ain't ready to be unplugged from the matrix. And some of them just ain't gonna never be ready. And realize at any time, our life can be taken. I know some of y'all getting scared, but what difference is that than any other day since you were born? At any time, your life can be taken from you. You ain't even safe in the womb. My mother told me the doctor gave her some medicine that was killing babies. It made her sick, so she stopped taking it. This is what my mother told me when she was pregnant with me. The doctor gave her some medicine that was killing babies. You ain't safe. The only way you gonna get safe is you just be bold and get lined up with the Most High. That way, if you die, you only die once. You gonna die unless you are an outstanding child of the Most High, and He gonna send for you and translate you like He did Elijah and Enoch. Okay, and maybe Moses. You said why you said maybe Moses? Because remember the disciples wanted to make 3 temples. Moses was on the mountain. Elijah was on the mountain. Yeah. But anyway, let me get back on topic. That's what Muhammad Ali was saying. It don't make no sense. You got 10,000 white supremacist devils coming at you. And you got 1,000 white people that's good. But the 10,000 white supremacists ain't trying to kill that 1,000. And even if the 1,000 tried to fight against the 10,000 white supremacist devil, the odds are against them, right? So it is in your best interest to stop looking for white allies or allies of any kind. Remember, it's written in the Bible. The Messiah said he didn't come to bring no peace. It's also written in the Bible that it's going to be race wars. It said nation going to rise against nation. That's going to be a race war. In other words, ethnic groups going to be fighting each other. Now, if somebody is a peaceable person, you're going to know. But I advise you not to go looking for them. But anyway, let me keep reading. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna start trying my other computer. There's some settings on this thing right here. If I don't have it set up in the beginning, sometimes the videos won't play. That's what it is. All right. However, okay. Now, see, this is another thing. This right here segues into the prison. If they got money, they're not gonna be out here breaking laws. Crime is actually down anyway. But you'll never know it listening to this propaganda that they spew. But anyway, some experts believe this is because the organization wants to continue to control the exploitation of athletes for their own benefit. Since 2003, the college sports industry profits have skyrocketed. They make it, their profits is going up. Jumping from $4 billion in 2003 to $14 billion in 2018. Despite this growth, barely any of the money has trickled down to the athletes filling the stadium. You see, ain't nobody gonna go to them stadiums. What's up, MC2the X Project? Ain't nobody see. They don't want to pay the athletes, but they want to get money off of them. This ain't no just system. Keep you poor. Anything that's gonna make black folks some money, they want to tax it, or they want to try to penalize it some kind of way. And meanwhile, black folks is blind to Joe Biden and these Democrats. As soon as Joe got in there, he started attacking black businesses. Sloppy Jim Crow Biden. I know we see Trump coming. That's why I don't do too much talking about Trump. I pretty much know what he stands for and who he is, okay? But you don't see Joe Biden. Biden's law. Right after Nixon and George Bush was in the CIA, helped flood our streets with crack and cocaine. Joe Biden come in and wrote the law to keep us locked down for drug charges. Meanwhile, he need to lock Hunter up. See, that's judgment right there. Anyway, let me go. I can do this all day. All right. The NCAA is broken. No, it's a slave institution. Okay? I'm a big college sports fan, but I think most fans recognize that the NCAA today isn't acting in the best interest of men. They ain't. This whole thing is racism. I'm thinking about doing a video mocking when white folks say, why is everything about race? The question they should be asking their own folks in their own system. You need to go to your white pastor and say, why is everything about race? How come we don't ever learn about the black people in the Bible? They need to go to these courtrooms and say, why is everything about race? How is you got, just like they had in Mississippi, that county where they just had this mistrial. It's mostly black folks in that county, but they got mostly white jury. Why is everything about race? Pick a business, pick a job, and you're going to see white folks running, making all the good money, and Negroes scrounging around for the crumb. Why is everything about race? You're going to go to school, you're going to learn all about white accomplishments. But you ain't going to learn nothing about what we done to help this country. Why is everything about race? Yeah, I might need to do a video on that. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all tell me what y'all think. All right, but let me keep going. College sports have turned into a multi-billion-dollar industry where everyone's getting rich except the students actually doing the work. It's a civil rights issue that no one is talking about. Okay? Let me see who this is. Chris Murphy. That's a Jewish name, ain't it? Yeah, I don't care who it is. He's speaking the truth. He's speaking the truth. Let me see who this is. Hold on. Chris Murphy. He's a Democrat from Connecticut. He's a Democrat. Okay. I just want to see what he looked like. I just want to see what he looked like. The students most affected by the NCAA rule prohibits athletes from receiving any forms of payment from their school. Besides, look, so they need money out here. They can't work and earn their own money because they're working for massa. See, they taking time out of their life to work for massa to make them billions of dollars, but they can't get nothing for themselves. See that? All right. Besides, scholarship or other outside sources are from low-income households. That's the point. We got to stay on the bottom, y'all. In order for white supremacy to work, we have to stay on the bottom. I don't know how else to tell y'all this. In some cases, talented athletes have had to skip playing college sports in order to pursue other careers or migrate overseas sports market where they had the ability to be paid. Now, I think I read enough of this. Let's just say he in college, right? And he get damaged where he can't go to the pros. He done did all that work and ain't got paid. You understand? He in college. He gets brain damage. Well, he can't throw the ball. But they done got their money off the front end. He ain't got nothing. If y'all think this is a just system, you're crazy. But anyway, let me get back to this video. Let me see what I got up here and close some of these tabs. I don't know if I want to play this or not. He's supposed to say it's insulting. Let me go back to this other page. Where the video at? Right here. Now I played that. Let me close this tab. Hold on.
Well, it's interesting because as I was perusing and looking at the arguments from both sides, it seems like, correct me if I'm wrong, there's this nefarious intent that it seems Michael Orr is potentially putting out there, that they knew his football ability, his size, his speed. It was almost like they were looking for people that they could potentially help and then bet on to see if they would get on this path. Did you get that vibe as well from this? Like there's this implication that the Orrs are really doing this to make their own story, to help their own brand and potentially profit in the success if they could actually get this kid to get to the pro.
I wonder if they calling them over on purpose. Because this guy's a lawyer. He's supposed to get the name right. I pay attention to stuff like that.
Well, that all is going to come out. And once there's, what we call discovery, and Debbie's going to have to, stand to answer questions. And certainly the parents are also.
What's her first name? I want y'all to pay attention how they protect white people. Now, how many of y'all familiar with those two black men? I'm thinking about doing another video about the police, how they stuck the gun and shot the man in the mouth. Down here. Somebody called the police, and that's why they went to them brothers and tortured them for about over an hour. But they never mentioned who called the police. I want y'all to pay attention to how they protect white folks, how they hide their name and stuff. Y'all peep that.
I'm sorry, not the parents. They didn't adopt. And so all that's going to kind of come out. How it evolved, I have no clue. But all I know is there was no reason for a conservatorship. And now we're seeing here the supposed adopted father coming in there and saying, well, hey, he denies all that, and that's fine. These are just allegations, and he has a right to deny them, and a court will decide them. But what he's saying, the father, Mr. Tuohy, is saying, hey, if Michael doesn't like this conservatorship, I'm happy to end it. Well, obviously Michael doesn't like it. He's suing him to end it. So why doesn't he just resign? And secondly, Tuohy's saying, the supposed father is saying, well, 2004, when Michael became an adult, we wanted to get him into the school, Ole Miss, to play football. Tuohy was, a big booster there and had influence there. But
he could have went to Memphis. If you good, it don't matter. He could have went to Memphis. He could have went to Tennessee. Think about it, family. He lived in Tennessee. But anyway,
only get him in as a player or a student if he was a family member, and that's why they wanted to adopt him, but they couldn't adopt him because he was an adult, and they came up with this scheme to put him under conservatorship. Well, a couple problems with.
He's doing a good job. Let me be quiet. Let him talk. That's what he do. I'm gonna let him talk. I'm gonna try to be quiet. I'm seeing stuff, but I'm gonna let him talk.
Student if he was a family member, and that's why they wanted to adopt him, but they couldn't adopt him because he was an adult, and they came up with this scheme to put him under conservatorship. Well, a couple problems with that. Number one is that whether it was in Tennessee or Alabama, not totally clear where they were living in 2004, but in either state, they allow for adult adoption. So that premise is false that he's stating. Secondly, if the whole idea and the sole idea for having a conservatorship placed under him was to allow him to enter the school as an 18-year-old, why 19 years later does conservatorship still exist? And so Mr. Tuohy is acknowledging the conservatorship still exists, that he is the conservatorship, and that if, as if there were any doubt about it, that Michael wanted out of it, that he's happy to agree to it. Well, again, why is it existing so long? That makes absolutely no sense. The other thing is that Tuohy's saying, for really sympathy reasons, oh, well, Michael's departed from the family. You know, it's very upsetting. Last 6 months, not a whole lot of contact. Well, why are you a conservatorship over him? Why do you have control over his medical decisions and right to contract if he doesn't even want anything to do with you?
Because that's Massa. No disrespect to Mike. I ain't seen him out here disrespecting black folks. And he got a black wife and family. No disrespect to Mike, but that's Massa. And they done manipulated him into being a slave. Slaves don't get paid for their work. That's the point. Slaves don't get paid for their work. Master gets that money. Masters owns your image. Master get paid off of your label, off of your image, off of your likeness. That don't belong to the slave.
So there's a lot of problems there with this story. Obviously, it's developing, but it looks really, really ugly so far.
Well, and the film made a ton of money. It painted the Tuohys. It painted specifically the mom, which Sandra Bullock played, in a very,
Now look. Now I don't know their involvement, but she got paid. Warner Brothers, whoever put the movie out, got paid. You see how his story employed other folks, the writers, the actors, the directors. Look at all these folks benefiting off of Mike's work. The writers, the actors, the directors. Come on, family. The movie theaters. All these people that's getting paid off of Mike's back. And you got these heathen slave master devils all in his pockets. Talking about they don't need no money. Well, I believe it when you stop stealing. You got elitists, got trillions of dollars. Don't nobody know their name, but they always trying to get more money.
important, crucial, almost like did it all for him and create his family. She's gone on to become an author, motivational speaker. This is not a good look for their brand at the end of the day. People are also really mad. They're trying to take it on Sandra Bullock, which, guys, Sandra Bullock had nothing to do with this. She played a role. I think she played the role really well. She has not.
Okay. I think y'all get it. Y'all get it. Y'all see the video right there. Y'all see the video. I'll show y'all where it's at. You can Google it yourself. Let me see here. But yeah, y'all see the title up there. But hey, look. No disrespect to these brothers, but you are a slave. That's why they don't want you kneeling. You're a slave. And to a certain extent, I am too. Why you say that? I mean, well, shoot, they control, we in captivity on that aspect. But I'm one of them field Negroes. I cut your head off. You get too rough. I'm one of them field Negroes. I'm not a house Negro. When your house start burning down, America, I'm praying for a strong wind. That's what field Negroes do. When your economy start doing bad, yes, I'm not benefiting from this economy. That's what a field Negro doing. Whatever pain master's feeling. We done fought in every war this country ever had. But how many of you black folks out there knew that? How many of you black folks they taught that we done fought in every war this country ever had? How many of you black folks they taught we went over there, the war fighting masters war, come back, and they list us in our military uniform? Huh? You see the video play on this? I think I done said enough. I mean, how long I've been going? That's pretty much good enough. But look at him. They got anti-black practicing in the side and brain industry. Why is everything about race though? Black athletes getting a whole nother treatment. Why? But why is everything? Yeah, I think I might do it. I don't know. Why is everything about race? What you said, Malcolm X before the hall. Yeah, they keep that hall. Let me see this. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Let me see. I'm gonna see if it'll play. I'm looking for the cartoon. Let me see animation. That's all right. But yeah, I forgot where it was at. But yeah, let me close this stuff. Let me see here. Yeah, you get hurt. The NFL got see the white players get the best treatment. This is what they're telling y'all. They ain't saying it like that, but look at it. If they got anti-black practicing with brain injury to the black athlete, that tells you they don't care about the slave. Just get another slave. The white athletes got a different kind of health care than the black athletes. Did y'all hear about that black doctor getting fired for warning black women about the hospital? Did y'all hear about that? But we supposed to, when Master's house burned down, we supposed to run and help put the fire out. Whatever they got going on with Russia and China, they better handle that. Because I'm done. But yeah. I done said enough. I done said enough. Y'all have a good day. I can pick this little stuff up. They say I can pick it apart. Let me read some of this. Because I was eating this up this morning. Sean Tuohy called Michael Orr's allegation insulting. But that's love. The lawyer just told you that it's predatory. That contractual agreement is all kind of wrong from the lawyer that they got. That the lawyer helping deceive him. He could sue that lawyer. Him and his mother could sue that lawyer. Helping deceive him. See, they might ought to settle out of court. Hours after news broke that Michael Orr, whose life was the topic of the Oscar-winning movie The Blind Side, filed a 14-page petition in probate. See, he might not be as literate in the law, but he got some money. That's why they want to keep us poor. That's why they don't want no college athletes making a living. All right. In probate court, which stated he wasn't adopted. The man who took the former NFL and Ole Miss offensive lineman is shocked. We're devastated. I bet you is. You got to deal with the truth. He told a Daily Memphian. It's upsetting to think we would make money off of any of our children. But they did. But they did. What date was this? But they did. Today the 18th. So some stuff might have changed. But they did. They making it seem like they ain't making no money off of him. It's upsetting to think we would make money off of it. But why did you sign a conservatorship barring him from making money and giving y'all the authority of contracts to make money? I told y'all I was just reading this. I was just eating it up as I'm reading it, picking it apart. Because ain't no meat on here. But anyway, ain't nothing but, hey, picking it apart anyway. But we going to learn Michael at 37 like we did. Yeah, they loved him as long as they were benefiting from him. See, slavery, some Europeans think slavery is beneficial to the slave. Well, slavery is beneficial, but not to the slave. All right. Or 37 filed a petition Monday, August 14th, alleging that he was 18. The Tuohy family tricked him into signing a document making them conservative. This is easily provable. And I'm not a lawyer, and I can see how they ain't really got a leg to stand on. If that paperwork went into the courtroom with their lawyer, that paper is void. That paper is void. If that paperwork went before the judge with that one lawyer, that paper is void. It ain't no good. And it looked like they might have to pay every dime they took. Because that paperwork isn't a legit paperwork. It's not. It's not a legal document at that point. Now they can always practice some white supremacy. They white and they say so, they can always do that now. But if that one lawyer, their lawyer, signed that, this is easily provable. And I think that white lawyer I just had over there, I think he knew that. But okay. All right. The petition alleged the Tuohy made a deal that made them and their children. But they love Mike like a child. They love Mike as their son. But white children got special privileges, don't you know? The petition alleged that the Tuohy made a deal that made them and their son, and their children millions in royalty. Now, I showed you video that the children, they did admit, I don't know how much money they got. They did admit to getting paid. So the man, his wife, and his two children is getting money off of Mike's work. Meanwhile, Mike got his own wife and kids. Okay? All right. He got his own family. The Bible said the father is supposed to store up wealth for the children. That's what the Bible said. The father is supposed to put back something for the kids to live on. Not for put something back for the enemy to live on. They got to get their own money. They got their own money. Yeah. But let me, I done said enough. Like I told y'all, I can do this all day. All right, family. Shalom. Let me see this Bible verse up here. For wisdom is a defense. And money, let me see. If wisdom is a defense and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. That's right. That's why they want to control your education. Because when they get a hold of the education, it's miseducation. They want to control. That's why they got the Bible cemetery schools. They want to teach you about your Bible. Why is everything about race? Oh, boy. All right, family. Let me end this tirade. Boy. Yeah, these folks, boy, they doing what the Bible said they were going to do. Okay? I'm looking for something to play on the outro. I'll play this one.
Christ is the only way we gon' get life you ain't never had. Freedom! Unless you in them scripts daily reading, trying to pay off that price. I don't think they know. Freedom! Come from above in the name of his one and only son. Now that's true. Freedom! When you come under the blood. Tell me, are you free? Are you really at liberty? Do you really truly have peace? Or are you in denial? Living in the seat underneath all them fake smiles. Wonder why you keep having trials. Drowning in your debt as it piles. Wonder where my God at? I've been praying, but for some reason things ain't changing. So you gotta ask yourself, is that freedom? Wondering if he gon' come when you really need him? If it's a question, then you ain't been free. I suggest you pick the book up and read. I can do all things in Christ who strengthens me. I rebuke the devil who weakens me. See, the law just gives you the keys. It's your faith that truly sets you free. Freedom! Through Christ is the only way we gon' get life you ain't never had. Freedom! Unless you in them scripts daily reading, trying to pay off that price. I don't think they know. Freedom! Come from above in the name of his one and only son. Now that's true. Freedom! When you come under the blood. Now when I say hallelujah, I'll say yeah, hallelujah, hallelujah. When I say hallelujah, I'll say yeah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Now when I say hallelujah, I'll say yeah, hallelujah, hallelujah. When I say hallelujah, I'll say yeah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Now when I say all, y'all say praises, all praises, all praises. When I say all, y'all say praises, all praises, all praises. Now when I say all, y'all say praises, all praises, all praises. When I say all, y'all say praises, all praises, all praises.
Yeshua answered them, verily, verily, I say unto you, whosoever committeth sin is the servant of sin. And the servant abideth not in the house forever, but the Son abideth ever. If the Son therefore shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed.
Only through the Son we free. That's why we pray without ceasing, constantly. That's how you get your mind right. Trust that. And in the midst of all the chaos, he gon' have your back. He gon' send a comforter just like he said he would. You just profess it out your mouth and don't have a doubt. We gotta walk like him if we wanna be free. Get rid of pride and believe in Messiah, you'll see. Freedom! Through Christ is the only way we gon' get life you ain't never had. Freedom! Unless you in them scripts daily reading, trying to pay off that price. I don't think they know. Freedom! Come from above in the name of his one and only son. Now that's true. Freedom! When you come under the blood. Freedom! Through Christ is the only way we gon' get life you ain't never had. Freedom! Unless you in them scripts daily reading, trying to pay off that price. I don't think they know. Freedom! Come from above in the name of his one and only son. Now that's true. Freedom! When you come under the